With hundreds of high-end collectibles, I'm often told you should make a video about pieces you would never sell. Okay. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. My name is Mr. X. Before we get started, we are doing some giveaways. On our road to 20,000 subs, we are giving out this Mortal Kombat statue at 12,500 subs. All you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, and you've hit that bell notification and stay tuned for that giveaway. Also on the 15th of every month, we launch a video where we pick 2 random comments in different videos. Those random comments also win prizes. So please comment below. Tell me anything you want. Tell me your shoe size. Tell me what you like to eat after sex. Tell me if you kissed a girl and you liked it. But let's not get any more sexual than that.
That's what she said.
As I alluded to in the intro, this video is about high-end collectibles that I would never sell. And recently, you may have actually seen me in a video selling some of those high-end collectibles. Every time I sell something, it's incredibly difficult. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard.
That's what she said.
But I've had many viewers say, hey, would you make a video on statues you would never sell? So that's what today's about. So I made a list, I checked it twice, and I had over 100 different pieces. So I whittled it down more and more, finally to get a top 10 for you guys. Now, some of these pieces that I wouldn't sell don't necessarily mean they are my favorite. What do you mean, Mr. X? Well, you're gonna find out when we dive in. So let's start with some honorable mention. These are ones that almost made the top 10 but missed for some reason, and this is in no particular order. So first piece is my XM Hulkbuster. This is a combination of reasons why I wouldn't sell this, both due to the sheer size, due to the awesomeness of it, as not only do I love how big it is and the commanding presence it has, but it literally comes on a pallet, so shipping would be incredibly difficult. It is one of XM Studios' best pieces as well. I'm actually getting rid of my Avengers collection, but I plan on keeping this one for now. It's an amazing piece, and I just can't bear to part with it. This is a post-edit edition. This is my new Batman Who Laughs. If I got rid of all my DC 1/3 scale pieces, with one exception later in the countdown, I think I would keep this. I would keep it because it's a great standalone piece. It is so different than all your other Batman or Batman villains. I love this piece. I think it's awesome, and you're going to see another edition in the top 10 countdown that when I was going around filming these pieces, I found more that I left out. Also is one of my custom Loki on thrones. If I ever got out of the throne game and I had to keep just one throne, this would probably be the one I would keep, which is kind of unique considering it isn't my favorite throne. And I think because the value is so high and it'll just continue to be high over time. And there are a few other Loki on thrones that are coming out, but I think this one is never going to be beat. It is an awesome piece. Another one in honorable mention is Phase 2. The reason this is not in the top 10 is because I can get top dollar for this. If somebody offered me $6,000 or $7,000 tomorrow, I would probably take it. But I think this is the best Wolverine statue out there, and the reason why I would give it up is because there are tons of amazing Wolverine statues. While they may not be as good as this, if I could sell this for $6,000 or $7,000 and get an amazing one for $1,000, I think that's a fair trade. My recently acquired Queen Studios Thanos bust is also an honorable mention. If I was to get rid of every bust but one, I would keep this one. But if I completely got out of the bust game, I could see him going. But I would keep him last of the 20 or 30 different busts I have. Currently to date, I think he's the best bust made. He's one of the best villains of all time. And again, kind of like Hulkbuster, his presence is just really commanding and really awesome. Now the reason this Marvel vs. Capcom Venom did not make my top 10, remember it's really rare, there's only 10 in this, or 5 in this variant color I think it is the fact that if I was to keep one Venom only, I would not keep this one because it's not your traditional Venom, and Venom is one of my favorite characters. So if I had to sell every statue but Venom, this one would probably not be the last one, but overall he is my favorite Venom. I think he's an awesome piece, but I could see getting rid of him one day. He almost made the top 10, but not quite. Now as we jump into the top 10, I'm going to go over each one. Some of them I'm keeping because I would never sell because I love them so much. A few of them may be due to size. A few of them may be due to other logistical stuff which we're going to talk about. Or like number 10, it may be because I just need that piece. What do you mean, Mr. X? Well, this is Prime 1 Alien Dog. Alien 3 is probably one of my least favorite Alien movies, but this is the best Alien statue to date made. And I would definitely keep an Alien piece. If I was going to keep 10 different pieces, I would keep an Alien piece for sure. Well, this is the best one I think that's ever been made. There are some new ones coming out, so this may be unseated. While this isn't my favorite Alien, it is my favorite Alien statue, and I would have to keep an Alien statue. So that's why I would never sell this piece. Very similarly along those lines, I would keep one Predator piece. Right now, my favorite Predator statue ever made that is currently in hands is this Predator on throne I recently reviewed. Also, it has the throne aspect for me, which you guys know I love thrones. I do like this better than Sideshow's legendary Wolf Predator. But I have 4 or 5 different Predators still coming in, so this may be unseated. But I would want to keep a Predator statue to place right next to my Alien statue. For that reason alone, this is the best Predator statue in my opinion. Another last minute addition that I totally forgot about, but while I was videotaping this stuff, is my Curse of Spawn piece. This is one I don't think I would ever sell. I think it's amazing, it's unique, and again, it's a great standalone piece. It just has so many cool features. The sculpt, the paint, just knock it out of the park. Right now, of course, there's only a few in the world, but even when the entire set is done, there's still going to be less than 100, so it will be awesome, and I am just very proud to own this piece. Number 8 is XM Studios Storm, and one of the reasons I chose this one is you'll see a lot of X-Men pieces as we get closer to number 1. And I think this is the best Storm out there. I think this is one of XM Studios' best pieces. Storm is an integral part of the X-Men team. That's why I made the decision. She is probably one I would never sell. I know a lot of other Storm concepts are coming out, and I assume Sideshow will do one. But at this point, I would say I would never sell XM Studios Storm. Plus, I paid, I think, about $1,500, quite a bit more than retail for her. Number 7 is Prime 1 Hush Superman. The reason I would keep this is I want a Superman in my collection, and I think this is the best Superman statue currently made. I love how large it is, and if my statue collection only had 10 to 12 pieces, I would want much larger pieces. I think it just commands more presence. I think this is a great representation of Superman. The paint and sculpt are out of this world. So I would want to keep a Superman statue. Hush Superman is the best statue, and that's why I would keep it. Number 6 is another X-Men piece. You guys know this is one of my favorite statues. This is the custom Magneto vs. Sentinel. Magneto is one of my top 5 favorite characters. No surprise, you'll see all my top 5 favorite characters on this list with the exception of one. But I love this statue. This is actually a prototype, so it's the most expensive statue I ever bought, so it's highly unlikely I'd get my money back, but I don't want to. It's professionally painted. This is one of the few pieces I would keep, and you're going to see a few more X-Men as we move up. Number 5 is also an X-Men villain. This is my Sabretooth. This is one of my favorite statues. It's probably my favorite X-Men statue, even though it's not the highest on this list. Professionally painted as well. I love Sabretooth. Growing up as a fan of Wolverine, I obviously became acclimated to be a huge fan of Sabretooth as well. I think this is the best Sabretooth statue out there. I recently just sold another amazing one, but I am a big fan of this piece. Plus, if I kept the Phase 2, they would pair off perfect with each other. Number 4 is Optimus Prime Jet Power from Prime 1 Studios. And I thought about this. If I had to get rid of all my Transformers, this is definitely the one I would keep. And for the simple fact that it's awesome. That's the best description. The size, the presence, the power. There's so many reasons I would keep this. It'd be a pain to ship. It's 3 different boxes. There's 100 different pieces to it. Even though I'm guessing one day this will be worth a lot more than the $3,000 retail price tag that it had. So we're down to the top 3 pieces, and the top 3 pieces are not the favorite pieces in my collection. One of them may be, which we'll find out, but I'm keeping them for very different reasons. First one is this Cyclops. This custom Cyclops vs. Sentinel. The reason I'm keeping this is I want a Cyclops to go with my X-Men line that I'm keeping, and this one I actually threw away the box. The box was kind of destroyed in shipping, and I didn't want to try and piece it together. Very nervous about reshipping it, obviously. So I went ahead and tossed the box. It is, in my opinion, one of the best Cyclops out there. Little bit of an issue with the portrait, but that can be easily fixed. And for that reason alone, I would keep this and put it with the other X-Men pieces that I am keeping. Number 2 is also about size, because size does matter. This custom 1/4 scale Iceman vs. Sentinel. Iceman isn't my favorite piece. I am keeping this piece because shipping it would be a nightmare. It is very likely it would break, and I don't want to risk that. Also, it is just so heavy and so big, and it's awesome too. I don't want to ignore that fact. It is an awesome, awesome piece, and with the other pieces I'm keeping, I think that this will pair awesome. I'm saying awesome a lot. That's because my number one piece is awesome. And my number one piece is no surprise to anybody. My number one piece I am keeping because it's awesome, and simply for that fact. I actually was digging through some boxes for all those pieces I sold the other way, and I found the box for that. And I'm like, why the hell do I even have the box? I'm never selling this. I should just toss it.
That's what she said.
But not surprisingly, my number one piece I will never sell, this will be my last remaining statue, is my custom 1/4 scale Silver Surfer coming out of a black hole. Silver Surfer is my favorite character. This is my favorite statue for multiple reasons. One, it's amazing. Two, it really embodies Silver Surfer in my opinion. It's huge, it's almost 3 feet long. And also, I think the sheer fact that it's a high-end collectible. You know, I paid retail for it, which was around $2,000, a little bit more than that. And nowadays they go from anywhere from $4,000 on up. So I think it's a good investment. But now I ask you to share your list with me. What are your top 3 pieces you would never sell, that you would take with you to the grave, that you would easily choose over your family and friends? Not that I would easily choose some of mine. It'd be a little difficult, but I would choose them. So let me know in the comments below what pieces you would never sell. And if you like stuff like this, I put some other countdowns up here, and you can also hit that subscribe button. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.